What day is it? Wednesday.
Wellbeing Wednesday when we go out.
It's Wellbeing Wednesday.
Is your voice going?
No, I'm just trying to sound sexy and husky.
There's a bit of a croak there, wasn't it? Wellbeing. Well,
I do the Hollywood stuff.
Okay.
it's Wellbeing Wednesday.
Dun,
In a
dun,
world
dun.
where you feel alone, you don't have to, because Sandy's at the end of the phone.
He's a poet and didn't know it. Welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday. And we have these cards about mental health awareness, coaching, from Making Business Matter. And
.co.uk. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Here we go. Got the camera. Fabulous. And they're really nice and really tactile, but Lex is going to explain a
They've
little bit
got
of how
a
they
free
work.
resource as well. So they do all sorts of sets. Oh, my voice is going croaky now.
There you go,
Excellent.
it's catching.
It's like dodgy tea I made. If you go makingbusinessmatter.co.uk/coaching cards, coaching-cards-online-free-tool. That's a whole lot of hyphens going on. We'll check that out. We'll put the link as well, make it a bit easier for you. I like the tactile nature of the cards. So they do all sorts of sets. I think it's the main grocers training organisation. But we picked by chance, if there is such a thing. Really interesting one, didn't you?
We did. This one says, and it's about networking, but it says, do remember, I'll start with that again now the Nissan's gone. Do remember, although it may not be appropriate for you as a leader to be that support person all the time, you can always support that person whilst they're getting that support. And I think that's really important.
Such an elegant use of leverage, isn't it? Well, I've never been comfortable with human resources. It sounds like people are just a resource
Yes.
that need to be manipulated for profitability or productivity, etc. But in a sense, leverage is a similar concept. And that's Joey, by the way, yowling in the background. Joey, the stray local cat. Hello, Joey. He needs a bit of support.
He does.
So I reckon if we support Joey, we support the other 12 cats he lives with. But that's the thing, isn't it? So if you've got a support network like the Boardroom Network,
Yep.
and you as a manager support someone to go there knowing they're going to be...
Supported.
Is that what it means?
Yeah, and I think also it's one thing being able to say to somebody, like having that conversation and realising that person needs support, but then when you point them in the right direction of that support, that isn't the end of the journey. The journey continues in touching base with that person and seeing how that support is going, how it's working, making sure it's the right support, and we understand the importance of that from the conversations we've had with Paula. So I think there is an end to that journey, but for me it's a journey that naturally continues. Because I think when you've been on that journey with somebody, it's only natural every now and then, even if it's only sort of like twice a year,
Come away
to
from the
check in
tripod,
and just
Esther.
say, how are you?
If the camera was knocking, it's the cat rubbing himself around the tripod. This is like reality TV, isn't it? So I said help them build the path out of the wilderness.
Yes.
But you don't have to be the path, do you?
No.
Hopefully the wind's not going. The microphone wasn't bringing the phone. Pick a card. Off you go.
Direction. How do you feel about the current moment and the next steps?
Are you asking me? I'm really excited at the moment. Those of you who follow me on LinkedIn, thank you. I've been waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, really clear, needed to get focused. And I've got my life down to 7 priorities. What Covey talks about, the big rocks, for the next season, just through to Christmas. I go, what are the 7 things that are really important to me? They were quite surprising. I'm not going to share them. But that clarity, how do you feel about the current moment? I feel so clear for the first time. And last night I slept. Hallelujah. You know, having got that focus. I was talking to a friend yesterday. She said, I've been in limbo several times in my life. It's really uncomfortable.
It is.
So anything you can do to get clarity, like having a mind mapping session with me to get your map to the future, will help. What other support do you need to help you in the future?
I think I'm really lucky in that I have a lot of support. I don't think you can ever say you have too much support.
No. Is this other support? So given your excellent support network, like Sarah, yes. Heidi.
And
Heidi's come into our lives now. She's really
Yeah,
helping us. And
absolutely amazing.
Kim and Kay for me.
Jamie,
Jamie.
Corin. Spent some really nice time with
Yes.
Corin over the
Yeah.
past week or so.
Yaron. You're on.
You're on.
Your Honour. Lee Thomas.
Do you know, the list is endless.
It is, isn't it?
And it's a
But we do
majority
like
of
Callum.
these people, bless Callum, a majority of these people I've met through TBN, and they've been absolutely wonderful. Sarah, of course, I didn't meet through TBN, and she's a force to
buses.
be reckoned with.
Ding ding.
But yes, my support network is fairly good. But I can't honestly sit here and say I know what support I'm going to need in the future.
It's interesting. What other support?
I don't know.
So I know I need to go for walks more often and just with a notebook, something to record my ideas. Autumn's coming to an end here in the UK, and to capture those moments with the leaves and the birds singing, getting ready for winter, will be a very, very good creative time for an introvert. So that's how I download stuff in the shower. Don't go there. For a walk. I think you're on that continuum from introvert to extrovert. You're a bit more extrovert than me.
Probably. I can talk the hind legs off a donkey, and quite often when I'm talking, I kind of have like ideas and light bulb moments, and I think probably the support I need to give myself is spending more time noting it, writing it down, processing it, and being able to go back to it to give it some clarity and to give it some direction.
So those are the questions for you today. What other support would you like in the future? Would you need in the future to help you in the future? Shall I read it properly? What other support do you need to help you in the future? And if you feel free to put that in the comments below, we'll support you in that.
Absolutely.
As long as it's not checks.
And how do you feel about the current moment and the next steps? And I think that's always really interesting. I think I've said before about I've kind of gone through life. I haven't had a life plan. I haven't aimed to get here, there. These things that have come along. So I think even when you don't actually have the next steps planned, you should always be open to them, even if you don't know what they are.
Yes, it's that having your catchers out, isn't it? Looking for the opportunity. I mean, Heidi's been my favourite surprise of the last couple of weeks.
Yes,
I didn't know
absolutely.
Heidi. She's come into our lives and it's just like, you were a missing piece, and
Yes.
we didn't know you were a missing piece. So that being open to opportunities. Yeah.
Definitely. Never close your mind off to any
No.
possibility. The conversation we had earlier today, I'm not going to give too much away because it's going out on TBN tomorrow, but there's also...
Thursday. Tomorrow.
There's also a YouTube link to the fuller conversation. And that blew me away this morning. That was
So
really
deep.
interesting, really uplifting. And to be able to talk about what some people would deem some controversial points in that safe environment with Sharon McGregor, Lee Thomas, Callum Rylance and Yvonne Engler was just really, really nice. And I would love more conversations like that because it opens up more doors, opens up more ideas.
I think we've got incoming cat.
We have.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
I think Joey's about to join us.
So the cards are all going to go flying.
Yeah, I'm going to rescue the cards. Appreciate your attention.
Have a lovely Wednesday. And it's goodbye from him.
It's goodbye from her and hello from Joey. Come on, Joey.
Might
People
be,
like
might be a
animals.
bit high.
No, oh, you kidding me?